Hello and welcome everyone to yet again another video. Today I wanted to talk about lists and more importantly how beneficial lists can be when it comes to your shopping. So me and my husband, he's the only one that works. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so we really try to watch where our money goes. And we tried to do the best planning methods we can to just watch where all our dollars go toward, okay? So one way that I recently, literally a couple days ago, an idea that kind of just I had was this new planning idea for our groceries or just grocery shopping, personal shopping, anything like that. So I came up with the idea of, you know what, let me take these out. Well, okay. So on my fourth tab, I have my family section, okay? Anything relating to our family, our extended family, it's all in here. So I decided, you know, it's a great way to have like lists on your phone, but I find it very, I guess, beneficial to write everything down. For me, it helps me remember things, and it gets me, you know, it really does help me plan everything out better financially when I write it down on paper opposed to putting it just on my calendar or on my notes in my phone. So what I came up with, I'm going to take this guy out because this guy is, I'll go into details. I came up with the idea of having a master shopping list in my planner, okay? So this is my master shopping list. Hopefully you can see it. I literally sat down last night and on just scratch paper, this is like the final product, this isn't, on scratch paper, I literally wrote down everything we had in our pantry, everything we had in our fridge, and then the things that we usually buy. So pretty much our whole like shopping list is here. There might be a few things missing that I just missed, but this is the whole thing. I color coded it based on like this navy color is more for of like pantry related, and this color is more for fridge related, which works great. I kind of messed up over here because I did add like Ziploc bags, water, dish soap. That isn't obviously fridge related, but it's fine. So I have this like master shopping list. I know exactly the needs food-wise in this list for my family. The things that we buy, some of them are a little bit more detailed, like the popcorn you can see is like movie butter. That's what my husband likes. Frozen veggies, I kind of went into details which ones we get. Milk, 2%, eggs, large, things like that, like soy sauce, low sodium. So a little bit, some of them are a little bit more detailed, but I find it so beneficial having this like master list so that when you do make your list, and I'll go into that in a little bit, you're going off of this. You're not just sitting there thinking off the top of your head and you're like, okay. You kind of have something to go off of. Now you can get like a general shopping list you can look up on either Google, Pinterest, things like that. They have great ones on there. So I suggest you could Google that, and then from that, like, don't just go off of their list. Use their list as a starting point, and then from that, just really pick out the things that you know your family, that accommodates your family or just you or whomever you shop for. Okay, and it's so beneficial because regardless of, like, let's say lately we're not buying for whatever reason potatoes. It's fine. We might not be buying potatoes recently just for whatever reason, or maybe we don't need a butter right now or mayo. That's fine. But your whole master list is here. The whole point of what I call a master list, and I don't know if this is like a thing out there, is that this is everything that you could ever need. If you were starting from scratch, this is what you would need for yourself, or like I said, whomever you're shopping for. So this side is our grocery side. And the nice thing, I wrote it down, it folds in and it fits perfectly in my pocket planner. Of course, you could modify this into whatever planning tool you use. Your planner might be bigger, yours might not be ring bound. It could be just bounded. You could tape that in there. You could make this on the computer. I like using grid paper because it keeps everything straight. And like I said, I like writing everything down because I feel like it does help me just to kind of remember things. I like writing things down. I like using pens. It's a little bit easier for me opposing to buying ink and things like that. So that's what I like using. Now, so this is like a master grocery shopping list. In the back, oh, sorry, I should blur that out. You know what? Let me take that out. Those are addresses to family members. Let me take those out because that is private stuff. Okay, I'll have to blur that out in the video. Okay, in the back, I made another list. Now, I made these lists literally right before I started recording this because I realized, wow, Kristeena, I need more than just grocery lists. And that's how I came up with these. So I might be missing some stuff, but the same concept applies. So I made these little like master lists for my daughter in green, my son in orange, and then just like this lime green for both, and then a list for me and my husband. So things for like my daughter that just apply to my daughter would be like elastic hair ties. I use aloe vera gel mixed with water, 50-50 for detangler, works great. And then an empty spray bottle for that. So that's just pertaining to my daughter. She's in pull-ups right now, so things like that. Brush and comb just for her, toothbrush just for her, sunglasses, and then obviously some clothing articles. I'm not going to go into huge detail on the list of sizing. You could if you wanted to, but it's just general right there, okay? For my son, same thing, list just pertaining to him. Things that apply to him that wouldn't so much my daughter would be like diapers, right? Baby wipes, hair gel, again, toothbrush, things like that. Teething or soothing medication because he's teething really bad right now. So again, a master list for my daughter, master list for my son of all the things that we could ever need. And while I'm making a shopping list, I can, refer to that and see, okay, she needs this, he needs that, and then write that into my list. Down here, I have things that pertain to both, and that's more of like shampoo, conditioner, baby wash, or body wash, I'm sorry. That's, that pertains to both. And then for their bathroom. And then for mom and dad, because mom and dad pretty much share the same room, same bathroom, I decided to make a list for the both of us. Plus, I ran out of room. You could make 2 separate lists for you or your husband or you and your partner, whomever you live with, or maybe you don't live with anybody, maybe it's just for you. So in here, I do have stuff that, for both of us. Like for my husband, hair product. He buys a specific hair product, so that's on there. Hairspray, a beard pomade for him, things like that would pertain more to him. For me, would be more like pads, panty liners, hair like protectant, hair heat protectant, things like that, makeup. But this is a master list for me and him. Again, I could probably add more stuff to this because I did kind of, after I saw this other list, I was like, you know what, it's smart to have a list for us. And I kind of just, like I said, I wrote this out right before I started filming, so I could probably go into detail. But it's so beneficial having these like master lists and going off of these whenever you do your shopping. So I have these, and again, they fold up nice into my planner, just like that. And then what I decided, okay, so open it up. Let's just apply this to grocery shopping. Open it up, okay, in whatever area you plan. I do it on my dining table because we don't have a lot of, I don't have a desk or an office like that, so everything is done on my table, hence why I don't really print or anything. Everything is just grid paper and pens. So I'll move that off to the side, and then I came up with this layout, all right, where it's a shopping list. Again, I'm using grid paper. You can apply this to, you can make something like this similar on the computer, print it out, but I like grid paper and pens yet again. And I made 3 columns. I made a store, the item, and the price point. And at the very bottom, you can see like this total, like little box. So let me kind of zoom in so you can, there we go. Where's my pen? So I use that master list, and then from that master list, I kind of go through everything and see what we need. For me, the nice thing about our grocery store, and I'm sure a lot of these have them, it's, you know, it's not just my grocery store. I can't quite show you because I'm using my phone to film, but you can go online and pull up whatever store you're shopping at, whether it's ours. Our grocery store is Fry's, or like down here is Walmart. You can pull them up on your phone and look up whatever item you're looking at, and it will tell you the price. Now, the price not may be accurate for that day or week. Like I know some of these, like for my milk right now, I looked up milk at my grocery store, which happens to be Fry's, and it said it's $2.19 each. I know for a fact that's like worst case scenario for our milk. If we are VIP members of our grocery store, so I know that price is not accurate. It's actually going to be less. But it's helpful in the sense that it kind of gives you an idea of how much whatever shopping, you know, spree or whatever shopping trip you're going to, it kind of gives you an idea of how much you're going to spend. And even though these may not be accurate for that sale or that day, I have found that it gives you kind of like the worst case scenario. So I like writing down the stores because we do sometimes go to multiple stores. So it's kind of, for me, important to, you know, okay, these are all the items that are coming from this store and these are all the items coming from this store. And then obviously it's important to write down your item, what you need. I like writing next to them, like for my milk, I need 2 gallons. I put 2 in parentheses. Water, I need 4 gallons. Eggs, just 1 carton. For my granola bars, my daughter only likes strawberries, so I put an S and a T for strawberries. So you could put little like abbreviations like that. Lunchables, question mark, because we're not sure if we're going to buy those. My daughter kind of likes them, but kind of doesn't, because the only thing she really eats is the crackers and cheese. She's a bit of a like natural vegetarian. She doesn't like meat. So again, writing down the items and then just adding a little, you know, details pertaining to that item. Like down here are baby wipes. We don't get those from Fry's. We get those from Walmart. This is my abbreviation for Walmart. You can use any abbreviation as long as there's something showing you that, you know, this is from a different store. Baby wipes at Walmart. We buy the 800 pack. Well, there's 800 wipes in the box we buy. And then again, my third column is the price. And once you kind of make your list, what I like to do, or what I'm going to start to do, because this is more of a I for the most part do this. I have done this. This part of shopping is not new. The master list is a new concept I came up with. This isn't new, but applying it to this layout and in my planner is new. Okay, if that makes sense. So I always write the price, and then in the bottom you can, you know, add it up and kind of get a general idea of how much that's going to cost. Now, if I end up having to shop more and you know, I need more room, I have made more room in the back, and I could just add my total there opposed to here, which works great. For me, the purpose of the price point, again, because we watch where all our dollars go toward, it's important for us to kind of get a general idea of tracking how much we spent, and because the way our finances go, we shop every week. So it is important for us to kind of see where we're at, how much we're going to spend, and then because you kind of, for me, I keep tracking how much everything costs. Over time, you kind of get an idea, all right? So you do kind of like become familiar with like, okay, seasonal, this is what this is going to cost, this is what isn't going to cost. And at that point, it becomes so repetitive that you don't really need to look things up or look up on the ads. you kind of have a general idea. So it does help you out planning wise when it comes to shopping, more specifically grocery shopping, and your budgeting and figuring out where all your dollars, you know, are going. And for us, it's very beneficial. We live very much within our means, and this is one way that we kind of track that. And it's helped us out with the little shopping list. But again, this new, like, applying the list into my planner in this way is new, but I've always done this list concept of the store, the item, and the price. And let's go back to that master list because I think it's amazing. This just like blew my mind. Having this in my planner, it's like, yes. I wish I had done it sooner, but I feel like it's such like, like, yeah, that makes sense. So I felt like I needed to share with you guys. And again, you know, whatever little paper, whatever you're doing, whatever you use to write your lists, it's nice having this master list and going off of that, because this is literally just pertaining to you or your family or whatever needs you need. It's very personal, and you go off of that and you keep it in a place where you can, you know, reach for, and then you just keep making your little list. Go to the store. I like to cross things off. You could add a checkbox, but I just cross them off and then toss these. Keep making your list, but you always keep this master shopping list. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like this whole list concept. I hope it's helpful to you. I hope it gives you some inspiration, something. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.